Do I really need to make vows and promises to God? You see that in this video. Okay, so I actually started giving thoughts to this subject matter when one time during our devotion my dad was asking a question, and then he was like, was it actually the vow that Jephthah made that actually caused God to grant them victory to the Ammonites? So it actually got me thinking. Yeah, he tried to provide some answers to that, but I really started thinking about it. Then after devotion, sometime after devotion, I went to ask him for further speak English for further clarification, and then I also made my researches, and you've been knowing my final say in this video. So now, what do we understand by vows? In the religious context, we can easily define vows as a promise we make to God in return for a request. Like, do you understand? We make a request to God, and if God grants that request, then this is what we are going to do or give to God as our own part for answering that prayer or for granting that request. Do you understand? So that's what we refer to as vows, and a lot of times this is how it looks like.
Oh God, please help me to pass these exams. I promise that if I pass these exams, I will testify in church. Father Lord, please help me to get this contract. I promise that if I get this contract, I will give you 99% of the money.
Now this is God speaking. Like, sorry bro, what did you just say? Like, you really mean you're gonna give us 99% of the money? Like, you mean you're gonna give me 99% of the money? Like, do you seriously know what you're saying? Like, you're gonna give us 99% of the money? Come on, Angel Gabriel. Like, seriously, go give him that contract. Like, you need to give him that contract. Like, how many times do we see people giving us 99% of their money in church? Like, go give him that contract. Like, he seriously deserves it. And yes, just when that alert hits your phone and you're about to give the victory dance, then you remember that you have to give God 99% of the money. Like, come on, I get that feeling. It's all for Jesus. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not actually saying that it's wrong to make vows and promises to God, because I myself have been guilty of that before. Neither am I saying that God doesn't answer prayers when we make vows and promises to God. I mean, Hannah's case in the Bible is a very, very good example. Like, if you read that passage, you will see that in the following verses after she made that vow, that was when it said God remembered her. So it shows that God may actually answer our prayers when we make vows and promises to God. What I'm just saying and what I believe in is that I don't think it is the vows and promises we make to God that actually prompt God to answer that prayer. Now, if we're sincere with ourselves, we'll see that there are actually times that we've made vows and promises to God and we didn't still get the exact result or the exact request we asked God for. Like, I remember in secondary school then, I used to pray to God and say, God, if you can give me this exact result or this exact grade, I will worship you forever. And now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever gotten any of that result, like any of that exact result that I wanted. Sad, right? Yes, very sad. In other words, I believe that if your request has not gained God's approval, making vows and promises won't change a thing. In the same way too, if your request is something that has gained God's approval, there won't be any need to make vows to God. Like, if we look at David in the Bible, whenever he wanted to go for war or go for battle, he always sought for God's approval, and whenever God gave a go ahead, you will see that victory was always sure in that battle. So making a vow wasn't really necessary. We can also see Jephthah's case in the same light. God already gave his approval, but his desire for victory, like not really desire, but he didn't want to lose to the Ammonites, made him make that vow to God. And then he said, God, if you can give the Ammonites into my hands, whatever comes out of my house first, I will give it to you as a burnt offering. Nowadays, when I think of vows, I think of bargains. God, if you give me this, I will give you this. So if you don't give me this, I won't give you this. And it's not supposed to be so. The truth of the matter is, a lot of these things we say we'll give to God are things we are actually supposed to do as a result of the fellowship we have with God. Like, come on, I'm supposed to give thanks to God no matter the circumstance and the situation I find myself. And now that I think of my secondary school experience, I have not stopped worshiping God. It's not like I'm going to stop anytime soon. Like, I am not going to stop worshiping God. So saying I will worship God forever, it was just so out of this world, because I don't have any choice. But two important points I must state before I end this video. Number one, at times we're such in dire need to get something that we do not give proper thoughts to the promises that we make or the vows we make to God. So even in that state that we find ourselves, let us learn to give thought to whatever we say so that we do not say something that we will regret later. Number two, when you make promises to God, do not break them. Sometimes we're tempted to say, God will understand. One, that is something that I respect Jephthah for. It was a hard decision for him to make. I mean, it was his only daughter, but he did it. He took full responsibility for his action, and that's another lesson we must learn from him. We should learn to take full responsibility for our actions. Whatever we say, whatever thing we do, we should learn to take full responsibility for our actions. So all I've been trying to say in this video is making vows and promises to God isn't in all cases what makes God to answer our prayers. It is the sincerity of our heart with that request we bring to him that makes God to look down on us and answer our prayers. So if the reason why you need something isn't in God's will, like it's maybe so that you can feel among some certain group of people, then I don't think God might answer that prayer. So let us watch it. Let us watch our desires. So that's all I have for you today, and if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to click on the like button. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment box below. Share so that others can benefit from what you've learned, and don't forget to subscribe. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Friday. Don't forget to always keep it real. God bless you, fam.